Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Joel from Random Alignment. This is a quick walkthrough of the L6 Helix Sound Designer. This is an AI assistant that I created using Chat GPT to help jumpstart my creative process and making new patches to use while I'm writing songs or producing songs for my band. This is a free application to use within Chat GPT Plus. So if you have a Chat GPT Plus account, you can use this for no charge at all. Anyway, I'll start off with a quick walkthrough of what it can do and what I use it for. I'm just going to start by asking the AI system itself what it can do for us. Here we go. All right, so as you can see, this helps us utilize the system really to create a basic starting point for creating patches. You can start from scratch, or really prompt it with any specific information that you want to guide the AI to better suit your specific taste. It could be, a genre. You could start with a specific pedal. You could start with an idea of a sound. You could start with a crazy concept. Just one note, though, you can also ask it for specific artist information, like a specific sound by a guitarist or the bassist, and it'll search some popular websites to pull down equipment that artist used. But those are only basic starting points that it uses to create the patch. It's not going to create you an exact replica, of an Eddie Van Halen sound or something like that. It's really to say, well, maybe Eddie Van Halen used particular, suite of equipment, and then here's something in the Helix that it can match to. Here's an idea for maybe where you could start in terms of a signal chain or a patch. So in general, this is really a tool to help spark creativity for you to create your own patches and then to go and dial them in. For myself personally, I've used the Line 6 Helix for a number of years, and it's a great unit, but I often get very overwhelmed with these systems and I don't really know where to start. So using something like this, I can just type in something in natural language here. And it can give me an idea of where to start from a signal chain. It'll also go through and do a DSP calculation using the mono model blocks to make sure that you're not exceeding the amount that you could actually plug into an actual one of these physical units. So anyway, I'll walk through this really quickly here, though, and then I will give you a follow-up with some other videos, maybe some demos of patches that I created. So something maybe basic here. Create a big ambient patch that sounds like a car crash. So you can really type anything into this that you want, and it's going to go through some different ideas, maybe ways that you can create a signal chain, emulate something that sounds like a car crash. It's not going to sound exactly like a car crash, but it might have different elements of it that you wouldn't have normally included in your kind of patch here. So as you can see here on the left here, it's coming up with a compressor, a distortion, and a modulation effect, delay effect. It looks like this patch in particular, it's going pretty heavy on the effects to come up with this specific tonal quality here. It's got a reverb as well. I don't know if it's going to actually come up with an amp, but of course amp models are included with this. Oh, there it does. It came up with a Fender twin reverb model here. So anyway, after it does that, it's going to come up and create the basic signal chain that might actually want to implement within the Line 6 Helix here itself. It creates this then a nice table here form here, and then it's going to go through and do a calculation to make sure that it didn't exceed the actual Helix's capability from a DSP perspective. So sometimes this process of doing the analysis and the calculation can take a little time. There's a reference database that I created using some different information from various different websites out there. Ben Vesco's got a really good website for DSP usage calculations. So I used some of that information and condensed it into a CSV file. So then it's just going to go back here through and create and update the table here using that information. And here in this case it says it's 67.4% in mono. And then you can continue to ask it a variety of different questions to help you, refine the patch that it's created here for you. In this case, it's asking me if I'd like to update the table with more detailed parameters. I usually say yes, and then it's going to create here like a single place for me to copy this into my my workflow, so I can create these settings here, in the Line 6 Helix or in the native platform, that I've got open here on the upper right hand corner of the page itself. And so this is something that, as you can see, that can be used basically on very little information that you create. You can actually go in and ask it more specific information or tweak it. This type of model, Chat GPT, is really more about how you use it as an artist rather than how it's been prompted or programmed. And you can ask it to provide more information about the patch. You can say, nah, don't really like this. Make it more like, I don't know, something that that should be boring. Kurt Cobain would have done. So now it's going to try to take the patch that it created, which was a weird car crash prompt, and it's going to combine it with some information that it finds by searching the internet on what type of equipment that Kurt Cobain used. So in this case, the actual plugin here didn't work. It wasn't able to search the internet, but that's okay. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Just kind of go with it, right? And it's looking and it's creating some other information for the patch to update it based on the general sounds that Kurt Cobain would have used, or the genre around grunchiness, and it's going to update the patch that we asked it to create. So all in all, you can see how this is more of a creative tool, to be used at the direction, of the guitar player, the bass player, as opposed to exactly replicating sounds that other artists have already created here for you. So like I said, I'll follow this up with some additional videos and show you how I use it in production with songs with my band. And hopefully you'll find this useful. All right, I think that's enough. Signing off. Have a good one.